When I started applying for remote jobs, I used to get loads of rejection. Like I just felt like the more I apply for jobs, the more I just keep getting rejections. And even before I started applying for remote jobs, when I was applying for on-site jobs, I used to get rejections until I learned one thing and everything changed. So when I started applying for remote jobs, I got so many rejections, and I know that you can understand this. I know that many people are in this position. So if you've actually been applying for remote jobs and you've just been getting, you're not being ghosted, or you've been getting loads of rejection and not even gotten one interview invite, or you've gotten an interview invite and you've not had any offer, you've not gotten the job, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you two things that I did that's, increase my chances of landing an interview invite and actually getting a remote job or signing off a freelance contract. I'm going to be telling you these two things that I did that changed the whole situation for me. And it's not like I don't get rejections anymore, but at least the percentage has reduced. The percentage of the number of jobs I apply for and the rejection in emails that I get, they've drastically reduced. And I'll walk you through the two things that I did. And it is even more important for you to do these two things now. So before I get right into this video, I'd like you to take a second to click on find the subscription button and click on it. So subscribe to this channel so that the algorithm can suggest this channel to more people that will need to see this video. So that said, let's get back into this video. So I'm going to be walking you step by step through what you need to do to reduce the rejection emails you've gotten. If you think you're the only one that have gotten rejection emails, I have gotten loads of rejection emails. Just take a look at it. This is just a representation of the kind, the number of rejection emails that I have actually gotten. So yeah, rejections are normal. First of all, before I go right into what you can do, I just want to tell you that rejections are normal when it comes to applying for a job. When you're job hunting, it is normal for you to get rejection. But if you're getting 99% rejection or 100% rejection, like every job you apply for, you just get rejected and that's it. So it means that there's something fundamentally wrong. And most of the times, the problem is something that you are not doing right. So I'm going to walk you through the most common problems. I've noticed this even while I was working with a recruitment company, and when I started applying for remote jobs. So I'm going to tell you everything that I did. So first of all is we're going to talk about your CV. Your CV is actually the culprit here most times when it comes to applying for a job and actually not getting an interview invite. So what do I mean by your CV? So now, before I started, applying for remote job, when I was applying for like full-time on-site jobs, I was applying, and I was like getting rejected. What was going on until I learned to apply the right way. And what is this thing? What is the right way? Tailoring your CV for each job description. I know that it can be convenient, like you have a target, we say it's a numbers game, so you want to apply to more jobs so that you stand a higher chance of landing a job. The more job you apply for, like the higher chance of actually landing a job. I know that is it, but you have to be picky. For instance, I like to select the kind of jobs. If I want to apply for like 5 jobs today, and I look at 50 jobs, I'm going to look at the best jobs, the best 5, and I'll tailor my CV to those 5. So before, it used to be like a rigorous process while I was working in a recruitment company. Like, it's a rigorous process to actually tailor your CV to each job description. This can take like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours for you to actually tailor your CV, adjust your experiences, your achievements, all of those stuff to suit a particular job description. But now with AI, these things are easy. And let me give you the trick on this. The thing is that the way you are using AI, ChatGPT, to actually find remote jobs, to actually do your CV, do all of those stuff, while you are trying to find a job, it's the same way these recruiters, hiring managers, HR professionals, employers are also using AI, using ChatGPT to actually write the job description. They are using AI ATS machine, applicant tracking system, to actually sift through applications. See, from my experience working with a recruitment company, the process of sifting through CVs, applications is very rigorous. It's something that, HR professionals, employers, they don't like to do. It's very tedious. It's very tiring. So most of them use ATS. They use, and now there are AI tools, a lot of tools that actually do this. So they just put the job description and match, upload all of the applications, and the tool, whatever AI tool, the ATS, will just scan through all of the CVs, the application in minutes, and give them the top 3 or top 5 or top 10, depending on the prompts they are using. So now this is where this thing gets tricky. So because these recruiters are using AI, the smart thing for you to do is to also use AI. So we're going to look at how this actually works. So most of the times, what we call keyword matching. Just like you talk about keyword in content marketing, that's how you're going to look at keywords in your CV. So when you look at the job description, when you see a job that you like, a job advert that looks like a best fit for you, so you're going to take a look at the job description and look at your CV. Now what you're going to do is you're going to match your CV to this actual job description. So you're going to use the keywords. For instance, you're applying for a customer service personnel or people support. Now, in your knowledge, like based on your previous experience, you might say customer service personnel. But for that particular company, they can call it people's assistant, people's success assistant, customer success representative, people's, different names, different companies, talk about, address different roles differently. I used to say that no two roles are the same in two companies. So that is it. So what you have on your CV can be customer service. What the company is looking for is customer success or people's assistant or whatever they want to describe that role. So if you are using customer service and the company is using people's assistant or customer success or client success, whatever the term they're using, those keywords are not matching. So if your CV is going to be turned into an ATS machine, it's not going to make the cut, because these AI tools, these tools are machines. They're not human beings. They're not going to read in between the line and most times understand context. They're just going to match keyword for keyword. So if you don't have, if you don't have clients, whatever, relationship person or client relationship, whatever the company is referring to as customers, and you have customer service, and you keep matching that, the keywords, they don't match, it will not see you as a good candidate. And this is just an example about the job role. But other stuff, when they say, okay, we're looking for someone with specific skills, like the exact keywords that they use, if it's not in your CV, you are going to be sifted out. That is just the basic trick. So just like you're going to do all of the SEO keyword stuff when you're for content marketing, is the same principle that you're going to apply here. So the good thing is that you don't have to do this alone. And I remember before AI, I used to do this, it's a very rigorous try, and it's just very disappointing when after doing this, you still do not land the job. But now with AI, with the basic vanilla ChatGPT, you can give a prompt, tell ChatGPT to actually help you tailor your CV to this specific job description. Now you can read the job description and look at this, what they are looking for. They'll say what we are looking for. Those are the important points. So make sure the AI prompt ChatGPT or whatever AI bots you are using, prompt them to include those specific keywords in your CV, and you're going to weave your entire CV around all of this. So let's take a look at how the specific aspects of your CV you are going to be doing all of this with. First is the job title. The job title, like I said, make sure that the job title on your CV, for instance, I say content writer. I'm a content writer, but for a particular position I'm applying for, I see content manager or website writer or blog writer. So if I say content writer and they have blog writer, that is not a perfect match. So I have to change that to what they say, what is on my CV. I'll change that to what they say. So that's we're going to look at the job title. So the next is your professional summary. So what you have in your professional summary has to match the description of their perfect candidate. So you add that too. Then the most important part is your work experience, skills, then your tools and software. So let's take it one after the other. So we're talking about, first is your work experience. Your work experience is actually very important. Work experience is very important. So if you I was like a content writer for ABC company, and now I'm going to be working as a blog writer or a website manager or a content marketer, or one of all those job roles. You want to weave your experience to what the company is actually looking for. We're looking for someone that does that does that understand Google Analytics, that knows how to optimize for LLM and all of that. So you want to fine-tune your experience to represent that, so that you can show that, oh, you have experience in this field. Remember, the goal is that we are trying to match our CV to the job description, because in a majority, especially companies abroad, remote job companies in the US, in the UK, in Canada, Netherlands, all of the companies abroad, they use AI. Like, they don't go through the traditional rigorous method. So this is a way for you to scale through that. So you're going to weave your experience to fit what they want. Look at what they want and upload. The fastest way to do this is just to upload your CV to ChatGPT, copy your CV, paste it in ChatGPT, and copy the description, paste it in ChatGPT. But you know that ChatGPT sometimes can hallucinate, so you have to be careful. I like to be detailed when I'm doing this. I do this section by section and make sure my prompt is actually very detailed. You don't want to make any mistakes. So when it comes to this experience, you want to look at all your percentages, all your achievements, what you did, and you look at the job description and look at, this is what we are looking for, and try to weave your experience into all of that, instead of giving ChatGPT just one prompt, oh, tailor this CV to this job description. You have to take it one after the other. For a client, for a company in abroad looking for this, I want to position myself for this experience, considering what they are looking for. No, just give all of those kind of prompts. And so another thing is the skill. Things are changing, things are really changing, so you have to look at the skill that they talked about in the job description, and look at your skill and look at how to merge these things together and use the AI to actually weave your skill into all of this. So the last section is going to be AI tools and softwares. See, this is not even debatable. Companies want to know how proficient you are in using AI tools. Like, the truth is, AI has come to stay. So the earlier we accept it, and use it, the better it is for everybody. So if you are proficient using all AI tools to actually make your work more efficient, and you are creative about how you use it, and you've gotten results with it, so this is like a perfect place to state all of that. Especially if you're applying to a company like it's an AI company, a SaaS company, sure, that wouldn't be a problem. So that is it. So the next thing we are going to look about, so that is the CV. So when you are in a situation that you're just applying for jobs and you've not heard anything, so it's possible that your CV is a culprit. And it's not like your CV is not good enough. You are not tailoring your CV to the job description. And before you can tailor your CV to the job description, you need to first of all have a good CV. So you need to have a basic good CV that you have your job role, your experiences, your achievements, your professional summary, like a very good CV. That will be like your base CV, like your dynamic CV that you can now try to work around for each job that you're going to be applying for. But the problem is, what if you don't have that kind of CV? I'm here for you. So I've actually shared a lot of guides, a lot of videos. I will link the video to this description. You can just check on my channel and scroll and look for CV. I made videos about CV, and I actually gave out a CV template. I shared the CV that I used to land a remote job. So you can use that same CV to actually land a remote job, to tailor your CV, to make rework your CV. And that said, I actually have I'm creating a starter pack that will include a very good CV template that anybody can use. So if you don't have a CV, or you don't know how to go about it, so I'm actually creating a starter pack that will include all of the templates that you need to start your remote work journey. So if you're interested in getting the CV template, not just CV template, there are like 10 other templates, a lot of everything you need to land a remote job from the beginning. You're a newbie, don't know anything. This starter pack is everything. I bundled everything that you need. I'm currently working on it. So so you can join the waitlist. I'll include the link to join the waitlist in this description. So you can go ahead and join the waitlist, so that when the product is out, you'll be the first to know and receive all of the perks and use all of the templates and CVs and all of the materials, resources that I have in the starter pack. So that's it. Let's go straight to the number 2 reason why you've not landed a job even if you've been trying. So the second problem most times, this is usually for people that maybe sometimes they've gotten a job, they've gotten an interview invite, but after the interview they haven't really gotten a job. So what is the problem? For someone that has actually gotten an interview invite and has not and you are yet to get a job. So when it comes to the interview is a funny thing, all right? So it's one thing to know everything all up in your head, and it's another thing to actually, project whatever you have in your head. So when it comes to the interview, I remember when I was working in a recruitment company, I made a resource about top 100 interview questions and answers, and hundreds of thousands of people love the resources and it helped them land a job. So there's a trick I use. You see, you have to study your CV. So after you use ChatGPT to tailor your CV to the job description, then you want to take your time to read your CV. I'm not saying you should memorize your CV or anything like that. I'm talking about reading it to understand, to own it. Do you understand? So that you can own it. You understand what you're saying is true to you. If anybody wakes you up, you can explain your processes. Do you understand? So it's very important to read it, especially your professional summary. You need to read it because those are the questions. Your CV is the basic question, what the employer, recruiter is going to be looking at during the interview, or they will have studied it before the interview. They'll be looking at each section of your CV, especially your experience or your achievement section, and the questions they will ask you is going to be related to that, especially if you are not in a creative space. If it's a creative space, they just ask you for your samples, portfolio and all of that. But in a general situation, they're going to be asking you questions based off of your CV. So when you study your CV, you are more confident. You've gotten familiar. There's a kind of affinity you've built with your experiences. They are true to you now. So you have to do a mock interview. See, people just don't prepare enough for the interview. You can do a video recording. I have made a video about how I did a video CV and I landed a remote job contract with a client in China. So you can also do that. So record yourself, take your phone, rehearse common interview questions and answers, or why do you want to work for this company? They're just some common interview questions and answers, and you rehearse and pretend like it's an interview and you answer these questions. And I think there are other tools, resources like AI tools, SaaS tools that help with mock interview. So you can just go online and search for mock interview, or better still, if you have a friend, your family members, can tell them that I'm applying for this job, so pretend to be the recruiter, ask me questions and just see how I do it. You can take a video of it so you see how confident you are, how you project things and all of that. And better still, if you have an HR friend, you can schedule a Zoom meeting. Both of you can have an interview section, a mock interview before the day of the interview. It's very important. Just like you tailor your CV to the job description, you also have to prepare for the interview using your CV. The CV that you've tailored is going to come in handy. Study your CV. Make sure that your experience, what you've talked about, is true to you. And, you want to make sure that you're projecting that confidence. I hope you understand. So it's very important to see your interview, because the interview will determine whether or not you are going to get the job. And remember to be polite, to smile, and just be calm. It's just a job, right? It's actually just a job, so it's no biggie. It's just a job. So the CV and the interview are the major reasons why a lot of people, 90% of people, will apply for jobs, especially remote jobs, will apply for jobs and they won't get it. So when it comes to remote job, the competition is 50% higher than maybe on-site or full-time jobs, because you are competing. Most people want to work remotely. because of the convenience, work from home, and earning in foreign currency and all of that. So a lot of people will choose to work remotely rather than like working full time. So the competition is on another level. So you want to increase your chances of actually landing the job. So these are the two things you do to increase your chances. So these two things are very important. It's simple, but if you play with them, it can make you have more rejections. When I started taking these two things seriously, I remember I used to do my mock interviews with my friend. And at the point, he actually got tired of me, but I have to do it because I'm looking to get this job. Excuse me. And yeah, so these two things are very important. But the good news is, if you're struggling with any of these, like I said earlier, I actually created a starter pack that has all of these things. The AI prompts you should use, common interview questions and answers, CV templates, cover letter templates, job tracker, like all of the stuff you need to get started with your remote work journey, your process. I have all of this thing bundled up for you. So I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. It's actually very useful. It's a full checklist on everything you need to do from day one, so that you start, prepared, you start knowledgeable. It's really, really a great product I have put together. So you can join the waitlist. I have everything set, so you can just join the waitlist so that you get notified when the product is on the day of the launch of the product, so that you'll be the first to know. The first few people get extra bonuses. So use the link in the description to join the waitlist. And we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any question as regarding what I'm just said, do well to drop your comments in the comment section. And also, if you've not subscribed to this channel and you've watched up until this point, so subscribe to this channel so that the algorithm can somehow push this video to more people that needs to see this video. So thank you for watching. I'll be looking forward to discussing with you in the comment section, and I can't wait to meet you. I also have a WhatsApp community. If you're interested to join WhatsApp community, the link is going to also be in the description, so you can join the community. It's totally free, and I'll have more time to converse with you, meet with you, and all of this good stuff. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.